Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here. In today's video, I will be covering how to balance tires with aluminum wheels with stick-on weights. That's super important because that's different from a previous video that I did balancing steel wheels. This is a whole different process. Check it out. The balancer I'm using is a DST-30PX from Ranger. The tires and wheels in today's video belong to my son's 2019 Honda Civic. The tires are Michelin Pilot Sport All-Season 4s. They are 235/40 by ZR18s. The machine is already turned on and ready. Next, we need to mount a wheel. Before we mount the wheel, here's something important. Here's a couple of things that we want to do before we mount the wheel and tire to our balancing machine. Number one is remove any existing wheel weights that might have gotten missed during tire mounting. And you can see here, there are some stick-on weights down there that we need to remove. And for me, I like to use this old gasket scraper, but I'm trying to be careful with it. I like it because I can twist it. It's got some leverage, so I can get underneath things here like this and just sort of peel the weights away. It's quite easy, actually. But now I'm left with all that residue that's there. So what do I do for that? I love these plastic razor blades because they're not going to hurt the wheel at all. And I can scrape off things like this stuff more easily. Next up, you want to check your hub. So the balancer comes with a set of cones that fit into the inside of the wheel, and you want to find the correct size one. And this one is the correct size for this. In fact, I found this particular size for most vehicles seem to work, but anyhow, it's going to fit in there without dropping in. So in other words, if I did it on this side, this would never center it up. Whereas this side, it centers it up nicely because it's very important that the wheel gets centered on the machine so that it can be balanced properly. The side of the machine has different adapters for different size wheels. With our correct adapter, put that on there. You probably noticed I didn't take the center cap of the wheel off. That's because this is my signature move right here, and I know I'm not the only one that does this. But when I put this onto the machine, I hold my hand on the outside of this, and I use the actual spindle to push out the center portion. So here goes. Boom, it's in my hand. All one quick move. Then I take this, mount it to the wheel on the outside. This is how I normally tighten them down. Make sure it's secure. If there's any tire stickers on, I usually wait till now to take them off. I've already taken them off. But to me, it seems easier to pull them off now because they're easy to get to. We need to put some information into the machine about the wheel we're balancing. The first thing is the offset, which is right here. And there's a tool on the side of it that is used to measure that here. And this one measures out to 4. So we'll change that to 4. Then there is a width measurement that you need to take, and there's a special tool for that comes with the machine. And using that, the width for this one comes out to 8. And lastly, we have the diameter of the wheel, which we know these wheels are 18 inches. Boop, 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 boop. Those extras, those are from me. There's something else that we need to set up. Weight placement. You notice this machine has the ability to place weights in different locations. There's this static 1, static 2, aluminum 1, and aluminum 2. We're going to go for aluminum 1, and to do that, we press this F button right here for function until we get down to that aluminum 1 location. So now the machine is completely set up for our wheel and tire combination. In fact, every other wheel from here on out, we just put it on and spin it and then do our balancing. So once we've got the machine set up, we do it once and we're good for 4 tires, or however many tires we're doing. All we need to do to activate the machine is lower the hood. Spin. Oh, and if it's been on the road, don't stand behind the tire because you could get a face full of little bitty rocks. Don't ask me how I know. Here's our results. The machine says we need 1/4 ounce on the inside, so this is the inner, and we need 1.25 ounces on the outside. And we know where to place these weights based on these indicators here. So we'll spin the tire and wheel until they come up with all the dots. So that one right there is in position. Aluminum wheels can be tricky. And the trickiest part for me is the stick-on weights on the outer part. So I usually start with that, and then I worry about this after. So let's start with this 1.25 ounces. And I do have some actual black weights, and these wheels are black, so I'm going to use those. And these weights, these stick-on weights, these are all 1/4 ounce each. So 1.25, we're going to need 5 of these guys. And then you can just break off the part that you need. Let's try to find out where that guy lands. Okay, it's exactly right there. So now I'm going to mark the inside of the wheel right at that 12 o'clock position where that weight is supposed to go. Now I'm going to spin the wheel around until that mark is present, and it looks like there was some weight here before, so I need to do a little more scraping because we want to make sure that we clean and prep the surface before we put our weights on, or else there's a high probability they won't stay on long. Surface preparation is key. I also hit it with a little brake clean and a Scotch-Brite pad to clean this area. I'm going to do another pass with just a rag. Look, I made a clean spot. I'm going to make a special tool for this to try to line up what's on the outside with the inside. Now there are 5 weights here, and the center is marked here on the wheel. So I'm going to try to eyeball as good as I can so that 5th middle weight is right in the middle of where that is supposed to be. I'm not going to stick it down. What I'm going to do is I want to take some masking tape. I also got this from a viewer, which frankly was the most brilliant thing I think I'd ever read in the comments. So thank you for that. So with your stick-on weights, tape them down. And don't tape them on the edges because you'll need that so you can mark them. But I tape them in a couple of spots if they're long like this one is. All right, so that is in the location. That should be good for balancing. What we're going to do is we're going to check it. If the inner part is balanced, we're going to see 0 on the inner portion when we spin it. It'll still want weight on the inner part, but it won't want anything else for the outside. The wheel looks a little bumpy. Looks like we nailed it. So that is exactly in the right spot. Here's the tool I promised you viewers. It's totally simple and it's made from a coat hanger. I eyeballed everything, but it came out to be about 6 inches in length, about 3 inches this way and about 1 inch high. I ended up bending it over a 19mm socket to get that angle right there. And it fits inside the wheel very nicely so that it acts as a nice pointer to help you locate where to put those stick-on weights on the outer part of aluminum wheels. I just tried it for the first time on a wheel, and it actually worked pretty good, at least in my mind. I know I didn't get the balance perfect on it, but with as much weight as I had to add to that wheel, and yeah, I know that might be a problem, or the weight that it asked for after the fact was not in the same location. So that says to me that at least this thing is getting me much closer in the ballpark. I hope this is helpful to you if you are balancing aluminum wheels and you have trouble locating where to put those outer sticky weights on aluminum wheels. Real simple. Coat hanger is all you need. And you could probably use JB Weld instead of a welder. There are several different styles of hammer-on weights for aluminum wheels. For the most part, what I've seen on Hondas, they use MC style and FN style, or that also says FEFN. Those are the 2 styles that I've seen often, but I'm just looking at these now, or I looked at the lip on these wheels, and I've never worked on these wheels before, and that may be different. But there are different types of weights depending upon the profile of the rim, and you want to get them matched up as perfectly as possible. There's actually a chart out there with all of this information that breaks it down by make and who uses what type of weights. Looking at this wheel, I'm thinking these are the FN style. There's the profile there, and you saw the side of the wheel. The thing of it is the FNs are measured in grams, and then the other weights are measured in ounces. Now, I do have the ability to switch it over, but we've already committed to our ounces on the outside. So 10 grams, roughly 1/4 of an ounce, or at least that's what I'm going to hope. So sometimes you have to do this, or you switch the machine over to grams and you do it that way. Whatever works for you. And for these, similar to the outer weights, I keep wanting to say the outer is the inner because I have to go inside the wheel. That's what's in my head. That's why I keep messing it up. But when it illuminates and says that this is supposed to go at 12 o'clock, that's where you place the weight, right? I think I was right about the weights. That one right on. All right, let's check it. We're looking for all zeros. We got all zeros. I feel like I won something. We're not done yet. Remember, we just taped on those outer weights. Now we gotta finalize that. Now that we have the exact location of the weight and we know that it works, I just take a marker, and that's why I didn't tape the ends, so that I could see exactly where to place this. So I'm putting like these little marks right on the ends. Now, all I should need to do is remove it, take my tape off, remove the adhesive on the weights, and then place it exactly in the same spot. Okay. And now we spin it, and if we've got all zeros, that means we win. Here we go. Success! Woo! We have successfully balanced this wheel. It should roll nice and smooth now. This has a quick release. You just squeeze this together. It should pop off. There's one more thing I want to share with you for bonus points. From the factory, Honda and Acura wheels, when they place the center cap, they line it up with the valve stem. So the H, or the A, will be perfectly lined up with the valve stem. So that's the way Honda actually does it. And I'm struggling here because do I line it up with the valve stem, which looks a little off because a lot of times it's lined up with one of these lug nuts, but this actually comes down to here. So I'm gonna go for the valve stem. Bonus points for that. 3 more wheels to go. Yes. I think we got there, viewers, and I think we're going to get down the road nice and smooth now. And that's the general idea behind tire balance. Tires, when they're manufactured, have like little areas where there may be a little more material or a little less material, and that puts the thing out of balance when it rotates. What you're doing here is you're offsetting that imbalance and creating balance by adding weight to the wheel. I'll just add one little note. The tire people that I know that are like serious tire people, they really hate it when you add more than one weight to like the inner or the outer part of the wheel. So in other words, if you go to balance it after you think you've got everything set up and it says you need another 1/4 ounce over here, they really hate it when you add that other 1/4 ounce. They want you to take the weights off and start over. The machine is capable of getting down to less than a 1/4 ounce, and you can see how close you are to something, because I think that happens when the balance is almost but not quite, and then you go and put those weights on and it changes things. Either way, I really hope that tip about using masking tape on the stick-on weights before you commit is going to be helpful to you. Frankly, that was probably the most helpful thing for me, and I got that from one of you, the viewers, well, I went through a ton of weights before I finally started doing that, but I hope that's helpful to you and everything else I've shared with you in this video. Additional information linked down in the description. Also, you want to see the video where I put the tires on these wheels, because that got out of control. That'll be linked in the description when that video is available. Otherwise, if you have automotive questions, EricTheCarGuy.com is always there for you. Thank you so much for watching today. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.